for allowing me to make such a wonderful video. All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rachaha, Quadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So I wanted to confront this teaching, this madness that's going around, where you got guys out there saying that John the Baptist fell out the truth. Okay, and John the Baptist falling out the truth is a false claim, and it is something that never happened. Okay, John the Baptist is of the elect, and I'm gonna say it again. John the Baptist is of the elect. He's a part of the 144,000. Okay, because the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel are all prophets. So I'm going to bring out some key points here to prove that John the Baptist is of the elect, and no member of the elect is going to fall out the truth. Okay, the Holy Scriptures tell you that the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Okay, so you've always had prophets around who were of the elect of their generation, and John the Baptist is one of them. When we read here in John chapter 3 verse 28, ye yourselves bear me witness that I said I am not the anointed, but that I am sent before him. Right? So John was doing the will of the Lord. Okay. He that hath the bride is the bridegroom, but the friend of the bridegroom, which standeth and heareth him, rejoiceth greatly because of the bridegroom's voice. This my joy therefore is fulfilled. So here it is. John the Baptist called himself a friend of the bridegroom. Okay, what did Yahweh Shai tell his disciples? Ye are indeed my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Okay? So John the Baptist, who is a friend of the bridegroom. Now we know the bridegroom is Yahweh Shai. Okay, and a matter of fact, when we go to the book of Matthew 25, okay, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. So when Yahweh Shai was putting forth this parable, he was speaking of himself, okay, the bridegroom. Okay, when Yahweh Shai mentioned the bridegroom in this parable, he was speaking of himself. Yahweh Shai is the bridegroom, okay? Okay, and 5 of them were wise, 5 of them were foolish. So now if we go back, right, let's go to Revelation chapter 14, okay? Okay, because John the Baptist died believing in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, okay? Now you got clowns out there who'll say that John was not a man of the Lord because he got locked up. John got locked up for confronting Herod on committing adultery with his brother's wife. Okay, what John the Baptist did was a righteous act. Okay, so John got locked up for a righteous act. Okay, and you know, basically, he got beheaded in prison. And listen what Revelation 14 verse 13 has to say about those who die believing in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Revelation 14 verse 13. Okay, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, write, blessed are the dead, right? Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, save the spirit. So John the Baptist is blessed. Okay, John the Baptist died believing in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and he got beheaded in prison. Okay, because of who was that? Herodias? Oh no, I think it was Herod's daughter, or I'm gonna have to fact check that, but you know, basically she ordered to have John beheaded in prison and to have his head brought on the charger. Okay, so John the Baptist died being a man of the Lord, and guess what? When he came back in the reincarnation in this generation as Abba Bivens, okay, he died believing in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So how the fuck could John the Baptist fall out the truth, man? How did John the Baptist fall out the truth? Okay, he was out there prophesying, man. He was prophesying. He was baptizing. He baptized the Messiah, but he fell out the truth. And this is why we say the Lord is going to start judging a lot of you niggas, man. Because a lot of you niggas ain't right, man. You sitting here teaching that John fell out the truth. You know, the Lord is going to deal with you for that, man. You can go ahead. But you know, I don't want this lesson to be any longer than it has to be. With that, I'm going to say, Shalom is on to the next one.